if anybody's been following the forum recently or been reading some posts, you'll have found out a couple of months ago, Mr. Stud Farm, who we have on here,
I
he's getting
knew you was going to go here.
He's got a mate who's making him a C3PO outfit, which, don't get me wrong, that is very, very cool, and I'd love one. However,
I've been groomed.
it would seem that over the weekend he was apparently, and I have no idea.
Do you want me to tell people?
Please do. Yeah.
Right, it's in the forum. It's on the Red Dwarf forum. There's also another couple of forums where I've mentioned it. And basically, it just says, "Should I risk my well-being for Star Wars outfits?" Well, what actually happened is it was when did I post it in the Red Dwarf forum? I posted it on 11th of December, so it was at the start of December. I think it was a couple of weeks old when I posted it. And it's a driver comes into our workplace, and we'd just lost all his overtime at work with the economy and what have you. And he's just chatting. He comes in sometimes. I don't really know him. I wouldn't call him a mate. And he says, "Do you want to earn 1,500 quid?" No, he says, "Do you want 1,500 quid?" I says, "All right, go on then." He says, "No, seriously, do you want to earn it?" And I says, "Yeah, depends what I've got to do for it." He says, "I'll come back to you later." So off he went. You can find all this out on the forum, but basically he went off. He came back later on that day. He says all it is, he says he's got a bet with a bloke in his local pub, and it's a $3,000 bet, and this bloke is going to buy the proper movie quality C3PO outfits. They're going to be chrome plated, they're going to have working lights, this, that and the other. And do you want to walk around the local woods in them at night for 1,500 quid each? We'll split it. Obviously, I thought this is obviously absolute bull, but you get to keep the C3PO outfit. There's £1,500. I said, yeah, I'd do that. You know, for the suit, I'd do it for the suit alone. It's gone on. It's been going on for months, and the longer it's gone on, basically, the more I've thought it's a sad, lonely bloke that's got no to talk about, and he's digging himself a deeper and deeper hole. He turned up at the weekend. This bloke says we've got to do a practice run in wetsuit, in diving suits. He said that weeks and weeks ago, whilst the C3PO outfits are being chrome plated and what have you. And I've played along thinking, yeah, he's a bit of a sad ass. I've played along. I've said, yeah, fair enough, you know. And he's actually given me 40 quid. That's for you walking around for the practice route. So, right, fair enough. I've put it in a drawer. I thought I'll give it him back in a few weeks when nothing happens. He turned up on Saturday with a couple of wetsuits. Says, right, off we go. So
let me get this right. Both of you were in wetsuits.
Both of us were in wetsuits. Right. We've gone up. The place where we've done the walk, where we're doing the walk, is a local, very famous dogging site. Right. We've parked in this lay-by, and I'm shaking my head, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell am I doing? I mean, the bloke's, it's a non-threatening bloke, you know. I'm not worried about being raped or anything, because you flick him on the end of the nose, he'd go down crying. He's quite a sad-looking bloke. So we've gone off for this walk, and he's got this carrier bag with a couple of bottles of pop in it. He stops near this bench. It's just getting dark. It's quite late on Saturday. He says, bloke says, stop us from chafing in these rubber suits. We've got to lube up.
Did this not ring alarm bells?
This is God's honest truth. He pulled out about 6 bottles of concentrated Co-op washing up liquid. We got to lube up. Then he starts pouring it down his neck hole. And he says, are you getting lubed up? I says, no, you're all right. I says, I'm not chafing at all. He says, oh, you got to. He says he wants you to. I said, I couldn't give a... Well, we'll try and get swearing out of the podcast, but I basically told him, no, I'm not. So we've gone for this walk around, and there's one bit, it's a bit creepy. It's nearly black now, it's nearly dark. He says, I'm getting scared. He says, do you mind if I walk closer to you? And I thought, you know, he's been he kept bringing up this washing up liquid. You've got to, oh, do you want to pour it? Oh, it'll get rid of the tightness of the suit, all the rest of it. And all the time I'm saying, no, 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 no. When he says, oh, I'm getting scared, do you mind if I walk a bit closer to you? And I thought, this has been a setup from day one. This has been months and months of of grooming almost.
Oh,
So
no.
I turned around to him, I says, look, I said, you can walk closer to me if you want. I said, but if you get too close, I'll break your effing nose. And we got, well, I don't know, about 20 metres further down at the corner we're at, because obviously I'm watching, keeping my eye on him. I see him fumbling with his zip at the back. He pulled his zip down. He says, my zip's come undone. Will you fasten it back up? It's an HGV driver. This bloke is... So I just said, no, we got to go. That's it. I've had enough. So that was it. We went. I've told him I'm not doing the walk again. You can forget it. I said, if you turn up with a C3PO outfit in the back of the car, I said, maybe. I said, but let's face it, that ain't going to happen. They're about 2-3 grand at least, the ones he was looking at, and the rest.
Yeah.
So that was that was my weekend walking down the woods dressed in rubber with a bloke I don't really know.